Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today we are going to be getting into my April TBR, and that is the whole list of books that I want to read in April. Of course, this is a loose list. I haven't really been sticking to TBRs well lately, but these are the things that are on my radar and the things that I'll be choosing from to read this upcoming month. I'm so excited for all of these. I have thrillers, I have horror, I have backlist stuff, I have new stuff, I have non-fiction. I have stuff all over the map and I'm so excited to tell you guys about them. But before we get into the TBR, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Craftsy. I freaking love Craftsy. It is a platform for creatives, and you know we are creative over here. You can find endless inspiration for whatever kind of craft you want to hone. You can advance your skills in something you're already passionate about or discover an entirely new hobby. Craftsy offers over 2,000 classes for makers of all skill levels with step-by-step instructions. And these classes are across all different kinds of categories, like knitting, crochet, quilting, sewing, painting, drawing, cooking, baking, like anything under the sun. I was really excited to look into their cake decorating class. I am a baker. I often put little baking segments in my vlog, so you guys have seen a few things that I've baked, but I'm very much like a home baker, okay? I do not claim to be professional, but just looking at their cake decorating courses, it inspires me. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel like I have the step-by-step guide and I could definitely advance my baking and decorating skills. Craftsy is made for curious people who never want to stop learning and just want to keep improving hobby skills. And all the classes are taught by experts that you can trust. They share professional techniques step-by-step. Like I mentioned, sometimes they also have downloadable guides to make it even easier for you. You can learn anywhere and watch on your own time with short, easy to follow lessons. So if you want to try out Craftsy and hone some creative skills, the first 1,000 people to click my link down below and join Craftsy will get a full year of a premium Craftsy membership for only $1.49. Can you believe this deal? I love it. This is just for new members to Craftsy, but if you're interested at all in checking them out, now is the time. It's literally less than $1.50 for an entire year of honing your creative skills. I think this is so cool. Thank you so much to Craftsy for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check them out down below. And now let's go ahead and get into the April TBR. First off, let's start out with my book club pick. If you don't know, I host a thriller book club over on my Patreon. You can find it linked down below in every single video. Every month we read a thriller, we talk about it throughout the month, we have a big discussion at the end of the month, we have reading sprints, I post an exclusive vlog, all the things. In April we are reading a backlist thriller that I've heard so many good things about. I swear I've seen like 10 5-star reviews for this book in the last month or so. I don't know why, it's just popping up out of nowhere and people are loving it. And that is Perfect Days by Rafael Montez. This sounds so good. It's gonna get me in the spring summer vibe. It has a tropical location and apparently it is twisty as all hell. We are following Tio. Okay, he is a little bit of a loner. He's a little bit of a weirdo. It's giving Jughead. Have you ever seen him without his hat? No, you haven't? He's a weirdo. He's weird, okay? It's giving that. He becomes obsessed with the girl of his dreams and embarks on a dark and delirious road trip to try to abduct her. Okay, so he's obsessed, he's stalking her, he's trying to get her, and we are following, sitting in the passenger seat with a psychopath. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I can see it going absolutely off the rails. I'm excited for it. If you want to read along with us this coming month in April, you can always sign up down below. My Patreon's always there. Something else I'm excited to get into next month is more nonfiction. I had a really nice time reading nonfiction in March, so I have another one on my radar. This is one actually a lot of clients have been talking about in session, so I thought I should read it so I know what the hell they're talking about, and that is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. I'm kind of like, on self-help, like motivational speaker type of people, which I think Mel Robbins is that. Sometimes it's not always therapeutic, but the things that my clients have been saying about this sound really, really good. It's about just allowing people to exist, right? To disagree with you, to judge you, to be boundaryless, to not take care of themselves, to do what they're gonna do, and you always coming back to you at the end of the day. Putting yourself first, not people pleasing, etc. I'm really excited to get into it. I've heard really good things, like I mentioned, not just from my clients, but from other readers. So I will be hopefully getting into this in April. I also have a few vlogs, as always, that I want to film in April. Starting out with another 5-star prediction vlog. I am so happy you guys loved the one from March. I had so much fun filming it. I felt like I was filming that vlog forever, but I was just having such a good time. I wanted to read those books slow and really linger in them. I ended up liking so many of them. If you missed that vlog, you can see it up above and down below. I will link everything for you, as I always do. But we are running it back and doing another 5-star prediction vlog in April. The 5-star predictions that I picked out for that video are: number 1, Still Missing by Chevy Stevens. I have heard so much about this book. Everyone says I'm gonna love it. It's a backlist, dark, twisty thriller about missing girls, kidnapping, etc. It says there is an interwoven story of the year that this girl spent captive in a remote cabin, going back and forth with scenes of sessions unfolding with her psychiatrist, and then following the nightmare of her escape, trying to put her shattered life back together, as she has the disturbing sense that even though she's escaped, things are far from over. I feel like this is a classic thriller that I've just somehow missed out on, and I'm so excited to get into it in a vlog for you guys, because this one is highly requested. Another 5-star prediction that I made for 2025 is Jawbone by Monica Ojeda, and this one sounds just perfectly up my street. It's a little weird gay horror book about this group of girls at a boarding school, and they all get together after school and they do their little witchy thing, okay? They worship this drag queen goddess in the sky, and apparently one day a dare at one of their meetings gets out of hand and something crazy happens. It says that it is Lovecraftian meets pop culture meets creepy pasta. And that sounds like a Hailey book if I've ever heard one. And the last 5-star prediction that I'll be reading in that vlog is Animal by Lisa Taddeo. Everyone and their mother has been telling me that I'm gonna love this book and I'm gonna adore it. It is unhinged woman vibes, literary thriller about a woman who has endured the cruelties of men for way too long, and she's ready to bite back and be her most animalistic self. I think it's Killer Woman core, a female serial killer. As she travels across the country, she's going to be taking these men out, and you know I'm going to be here for that. I also want to do an author taste test in April, because I was going to read in March Sugar by Mia Ballard. I put this on my March TBR. If you missed it, I'll give you a little bit of a synopsis of it in a second. But when I mentioned that I was going to read this, I had a few people mention another book by Mia Ballard that they thought I would like, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I'll read it later on if I like Sugar. And then Kat from Cat Chats DM'd me and she was like, no, you need to read this book. You need to read this book now. And that is the new release from Mia Ballard, Shy Girl. Once I started looking into what this book is all about, and I watched Kat's vlog, which I'm gonna link down below, you should go watch it, it's incredible. She makes amazing reading vlogs. I love her channel so much. Once I saw her thoughts on this book, immediately I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna postpone Sugar and I'm gonna read both of these in one video. It's gonna be a crazy unhinged taste test. So Shy Girl is about a woman who's kind of like down on her luck, and she meets a wealthy man who's willing to bankroll her entire life in exchange for her acting as his pet. But the longer she is in captivity under this man, the more animalistic she becomes. And apparently the end is giving extreme horror, madness, crazy. I cannot wait for this woman to explode out of her cage and get revenge on the world around her. Oh my god, I just know I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I don't know what it's gonna be but I'm already so excited for it. And like I mentioned, I'm also going to be reading Sugar in that taste test. This is probably my favorite book cover of all time. I'm fucking obsessed with it. And this is about a woman who discovers that her man is having an affair with her best friend. Everyone's literal nightmare. And she has disposed of men before. So she's almost like thrilled by this happening. She's like, oh good, I get to kill again. Wonderful. I feel justified in my little murderous impulse. And then she meets a love witch, okay? And that's where things get weird. Because with newfound power at her fingertips, she gleefully manipulates the affections of everyone around her. But her lust for love proves to be her ultimate downfall. And she soon learns, while it's easy to bend others to her will, controlling her own heart is a perilous art indeed. So another unhinged killer woman, this time with a little bit of magical something to it. You know I love magical realism. I think I'm gonna be obsessed. I'm so excited to film that taste test. Let's get into the books that I'm going to be reading for my new release thriller vlog in April. First up, I have What the Wife Knew by Darby Kane. Y'all know every single year I read the new Darby Kane domestic thriller. They're always compelling, unputdownable, twisty, and fun. Other than The Engagement Party, we don't talk about that one. That one doesn't exist to me. But I usually really love Darby Kane. This one is about a wife who is planning to off her husband. I know that I have a lot of those type of books in this video. I don't know how that happened. Just go with me. This wife is planning to kill her husband, and then someone does it for her. And she's like, wait. That was supposed to be my job. Who did this? And she's trying to find out who did it and also escape the view of the investigators who definitely think that it's her because she has been planning it, but it wasn't her. I am so excited to get into this. I think it's just gonna be classic domestic thriller twisty vibes. I'm ready. I also just came across this book randomly at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna put this in a new release thriller vlog. It just sounds right up my alley. It is You Deserve to Know by Aggie Bloom Thompson. I just actually recommended an Aggie Bloom Thompson book, Such a Lovely Family. It was a straightforward springtime murder mystery I absolutely loved. This one sounds like Lucinda Berry, like toxic female friendship, suburban paranoia, neighbors looking out their window and betraying each other. It says perfect friends, perfect lies. Neighbors Gwen, Amy, and Lisa shared more than just playdates and morning coffees on their tranquil street. They confide their deepest secrets, navigate the challenges of motherhood, and provide a support system that feels unbreakable. But when one of their husbands is found murdered, the seemingly idyllic world of the three close-knit mom friends becomes a web of deception, betrayal, and revenge. Friendships begin to crack, hidden tensions are revealed, affairs come to the surface, and long-buried jealousies are exposed. Yeah, sometimes I just need something that's gonna hit like Big Little Lies hit, and I think it's gonna be this. And the last new release thriller that I'm planning on reading in April is A Very Bad Thing by J.T. Ellison. Now this book is huge. Why does this book need to be this long? Girl, I don't know, because the text is not that big and this is like 450 pages. I'm a little concerned about that, but we will see, we will see. Hopefully I don't DNF. It says, adored by millions, murdered by one. A great writer knows when to deliver a juicy plot twist, but for one author, the biggest twist of all is her own murder. On the final night of her book tour, one face in the crowd makes the author collapse, and by the next morning, she's lying dead in a pool of blood. Her death shocks the world and leaves her daughter and publicist reeling. The police have nothing to go on at first until details emerge pointing to the author's illicit past. Apparently many people had reason to kill this author, and a hungry reporter and frustrated cop on the trail, her secrets will not stay buried for long. How many lives will be shattered when the truth comes out? I love books about writers. I just think it's endlessly interesting and very meta. So I'm excited to see how this one fares. I've been mixed on J.T. Ellison in the past. We will just have to see in the vlog. I also have a horror vlog planned for April. Lots and lots of vlogs. I'm gonna be vlogging all month, but I hope y'all like them. First up, we have Our Black Hearts Beat as One by Brian Asman. And this is about a rock star. Okay, it's rock star love horror novella. Like, that is made for me, I fear. We are following Michael Mallory, who is living the dream as a lead singer of an up-and-coming rock band, Modern Love. When a sudden breakup shatters his world, he plunges headlong into the city's occult underbelly in a desperate bid to solve his pain. Lost amidst the wayward souls and brutish killers, Mike's about to learn one incontrovertible fact. There is nothing more terrifying than love. Love demons in hell with a rock star? Yeah, I'm in. I also just recently picked up At the Bottom of the Garden by Camilla Bruce, and this one, I'm so excited. It's basically The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, or The Turn of the Screw, but the girl who's looking after the two little babies that she is in charge of as their nanny is actually a murderess, okay? So she's trying to do her killer woman thing while these two girls are like, nanny, will you help me? Like, I just love that dynamic. I think it's gonna be hilarious. The wrench in this story is that one of the little girls can see the dead people her nanny is killing. Like, she sees their ghosts. And she's like, hey, who is that lady, like, at the bottom of the garden? And our main queen is like, oh, funny story, like, I killed them. Like, how is she gonna deal with it? I don't know. I'm excited to see. And this is now the third month in a row that I'm going to be attempting to read Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. I know what y'all are thinking. Okay, Hailey, you love Grady Hendrix. He's written some of your favorite books of all time. Why are you putting this book off? And girl, it's because I'm scared, okay? It's the same reason why I have not picked up a Karen Slaughter book since I finished the Grant County series. It's the same reason why I have not read Breaking the Dark by Lisa Jewell. I just can't, like, the stakes are too high, because then what if I hate it? Then my comfort author, like, they're marred. I can't. I just loved How to Sell a Haunted House so much. The stakes are so high. The bar is on the ceiling for this book, and I really hope it meets it. But the synopsis sounds so good. It's about a house in the 70s that was kind of like the refuge for young girls that were accidentally impregnated. And the group of 3 girls at the house now are kind of like getting into shit, okay? There's a lot of rules and stuff, but of course they're adolescent girls. They're gonna rebel against the rules, and that is helped by a librarian who sneakily gives them a witchcraft book, and everything goes off from there. These girls will not be kept a shameful secret anymore. I'm so ready, but I'm so scared. So that is already like quite a few books on my TBR, quite many vlogs that I'm wanting to film in April, but I do have a few other picks that are just on my radar. I might end up picking them up. The first one is The Edge of Falling by Rebecca Searle. I would like to read Rebecca Searle's entire backlist so I can do an author rating and ranking video for her. She's another one of my comfort authors. I usually love every single thing that I pick up from her, and my best friend just recently read this book, and she sent me like 8-minute voice memos every 25%, and she was like, girl, you have to read this. Like, when I tell you this is gonna hit for you, it's gonna hit. And I was like, okay, I believe you. So immediately I ordered it, and I'm gonna read it in April, hopefully. It says, after saving a girl from the brink of suicide, our main character suddenly becomes infamous. She had everything a girl could want. Being a hero was never part of the plan, but some things are decided for us. Now all she wants is to be left alone. After all, she's still reeling from the death of her younger sister and the subsequent destruction of her relationship with her partner. So basically, her family and support system has completely fallen apart, but when a mysterious Aster appears, he might be the distraction she needs. But what is he hiding? As life as she knew it continues to unravel, she realizes Aster's past may be as dark as her own. In a world which she's been branded a hero, she will soon discover no one can save you, not until you save yourself. period. Also, because I'm currently reading This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead, and I'm having a lot of in-depth, nuanced thought about the way that she's talking about the true crime community in that book, I would like to read another hyped thriller released in the past couple years that deals with true crime, and that is Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll. I've seen this get 1 and 2 star reviews. I've seen this get rave 5-star reviews. I want to know where I fall. Apparently, this is inspired by Ted Bundy's infamous sorority murders. 2 women survive massacres, and they're trying to see if the same perpetrator committed both acts. It's a portrait of extraordinary women who saw past the media's glorification of the killer to see who he really was. And I really like that element of commentary there. I'm liking how it's coming through in the new Ashley Winstead, so I want more of that. And then, okay, this might never happen. This might just be something that lives in the back of my head forever, but I would love to make a more like in-depth research commentary style video about true crime in literature, the ethics of it, the lines of it, all of that. Tell me if you would be interested in that at all, or if I'm gonna post it and no one's gonna watch it and then I'll be really sad. And the last thing on my radar for April is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. And this is another one that I added to my TBR because of a Cat Chats vlog. I don't believe that she loved this one, but it sounded super interesting to me. This was in her cannibalism vlog, and it got me super, super intrigued. This is following a little girl who feels like completely alien to her family. She's super disconnected from them, and she just has a really rough upbringing, but she resolves to survive no matter what. And now in the future, she is just living, chilling with her partner, but dark shadows and societal pressures are pursuing her. Fleeing the suburbs for the mountains of her childhood, our main character prepares herself for a reunion with her childhood bestie and cousin. Will he still remember their promise and help her keep it? I don't know. Is she gonna eat him? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about the cannibalism in this book, but apparently something absolutely traumatizing and soul-wrecking occurs in this book. I need to know what it is, so I'm gonna read it. And with that, those are all of the books that I have on my radar for April. Let me know down below if there are any that I should make sure to prioritize, any that you especially loved. Thank you guys so, so much for watching this video. Don't forget to go down below and check out Craftsy. Remember, the first 1,000 people can get a premium membership for a year for $1.49. That's an amazing deal. Also, if you liked this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can see all the wonderful vlogs that I talked about coming soon. Thank you so much again for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!